Hello my dear listeners, in this video I will continue to talk about the sound money, the gold standard and the hyperinflation. So the first thing I will do some kind of parallel what is gonna happen when America will lose his privilege of the world reserve currency. Okay. So I have Canadian dollars here, but because I don't have Americans, but it's pretty much the same. So if you look here, I have 400 Canadian dollars and I have 20 ounces of silver, and in today's value it's equal. Okay, so this thing here, okay, it's just produced by the government. It's easy to produce it. They can produce that as much as they want. Okay, and so they can pay the government workers, they can pay teachers, they can pay military, they can pay police, they can have contracts, build infrastructures, repair roads, they can hire programmer for their needs of the public function, and so on and so forth. So in Canada, a huge proportion of the economy dependent on the government, and it's getting more and more. So they can print this and they can pay, and at this date it's worth, each paper like this worth 1 ounce of silver. Okay, so that's what makes us really wealthy. And imagine, but the government, they don't have this. Okay, it's not backed by any real value. People start a little bit waking up and start understanding this. So what's gonna happen in the near future? So maybe for this, the same pile of colored paper, you will be able just to get the one silver round. And imagine what's gonna be, how it's gonna change your life. Okay, so the point I want to make here, it's I don't really think that the American public really wants that. Okay, it's other question if they have a choice or not to go to sound money in the near future. But you have to understand that lots of Canadian citizens, they voluntarily, they don't wanna declare bankruptcy. They don't wanna admit, that if you abolish the federal reserve system tomorrow, for this pile of money you will be able maybe to get that much. Okay, and it will get worse. So that's the people have to understand. It's really a responsible choice to do this voluntary and make that transition sooner. But I have because people ignoring what the government trying to postpone this transition. Okay, because lots of American citizens, they don't want that. Who's voluntary want to declare himself poor? Who's voluntary want to declare himself bankrupt? I don't know many people, and I don't think this transition will happen voluntarily by the politicians, or even few politicians like Ron Paul, Peter Schiff, that is going to get elected. They won't be able to reverse the trend. Okay, because the trend is going to be reversed actually by the market forces, not by the people. Not it's not going to be reversed voluntarily. I think it's going to be reversed by the American holders of American debt, and market forces, the price of oil, price of metals, price of food, inflation will reverse that trend. But it's not somebody will decide, okay, Obama will say tomorrow on a TV, dear American citizen, now for this pile of paper, from tomorrow you will be only getting that much. Okay, and you will be working maybe 1 week and you will get that much money, and the only thing you will be able to buy with this, just enough for food so you don't to starve. And that's because we're going to the sound money. Nobody will do this voluntary. I don't know if Ron Paul, if he's abolishing the Fed, I sympathize really because there is lots of corruption. It's more a question of the corruption behind this. But the losing the status of the world reserve currency, I repeat that again, it's the foundation of our wealth. So we can, with 1 hour of our work, we can go and buy 20, 50, 100, 200 hours of the Chinese, Indian, Indonesian, Bangladesh workers. That's the foundation of our wealth here in the West. And and of course Obama will, and his administration will do everything to keep that in place, and they will run the deficits as long as the market forces allow them to postpone that shift. So don't be surprised. In the year 2011, maybe deficit will be 10 trillions, maybe 100 trillions, maybe it will be 10 quadrillions. It doesn't really matter. They will, as long as there is a slightest possibility to keep this system in place, they will do it. And it's not actually imposed by the shifts. It's not really imposed by the people, by actual Obama or Ben Bernanke. They're not that. They don't really have that much power, because once the price of oil rises, okay, or if there is enough people smart enough to start go and take this paper, and while if still worth something, okay, if you want to go and trade this for this stack of silver tomorrow, okay, you making a vote. You vote against the Federal Reserve this way, and that maybe, this is kind of my call to action. If you force out money, do it and encourage other people to do it. So if you citizens just take their money and start exchanging them, and the price of the metal will go up, okay, and that will expose this quantitative easy policy, and they will have stopped the corruption sooner. But it's not gonna happen voluntarily. That's I want to make this point. Please share your thoughts about this. I would like maybe have some debate with my audience about this. It's not gonna be voluntary. Nobody will proclaim himself poor. Okay, I don't think the politician they will take all the blame they can to just keep this things going, and they doing it for you too. Okay, so I'm doing devil's advocate here a little bit. Thanks for watching.